Have you ever felt that profound pull towards understanding the human mind? A deep desire to help others navigate life's complexities? Perhaps you envision yourself in a therapy room, guiding someone through a challenging time. Or maybe you see yourself contributing to the broader field of psychological knowledge, uncovering new truths about our behavior. It's a noble path, and one that requires significant dedication. For many aspiring psychologists, the journey quickly leads to a critical fork in the road. Should you pursue a Doctor of Philosophy, or PhD, in psychology, or a Doctor of Psychology, often called a PsyD? This isn't just a matter of choosing a degree, it's about aligning your academic path with your deepest professional aspirations. Today, we're going to break down this pivotal decision, offering an honest, straightforward comparison of the PhD and PsyD. We'll explore their core differences, what each program emphasizes, and what kind of career path each tends to lead to. Our goal isn't to tell you which is better, but to equip you with the insights you need to make the choice that's truly right for you. There's no hype here, just practical, evidence-informed guidance to help you navigate one of the most significant decisions in your psychology career. At the heart of the PhD versus PsyD discussion lies a fundamental difference in their training models. Think of it like this. Both paths aim to create skilled psychologists, but they approach the development of those skills from distinct perspectives. The PhD in psychology is deeply rooted in what's known as the Scientist-Practitioner model. This model emphasizes that a good clinician is also a good scientist. It trains individuals to be critical consumers and producers of research, capable of both generating new knowledge through scientific inquiry and applying existing, evidence-based practices in a clinical setting. Imagine a chef who not only cooks incredible meals, but also invents new culinary techniques and understands the science behind every ingredient. The PsyD, on the other hand, typically follows the Practitioner-Scholar model. Here, the primary focus is on the practical application of psychological science and direct clinical service provision. PsyD graduates are trained to be highly skilled clinicians who are informed by scholarly research, using the best available evidence to guide their practice. They are like a master chef who excels at preparing delicious, practical meals for a wide range of needs, constantly using the latest culinary research to refine their techniques. This core philosophical difference then ripples out into virtually every aspect of the program. Let's look at the curriculum and training emphasis. In a PhD program, the curriculum is distinctly research-intensive. You'll spend a significant amount of time immersed in coursework on quantitative and qualitative research methods, advanced statistics, and experimental design. A major cornerstone of the PhD is the original research dissertation, a substantial project where you're expected to contribute new knowledge to the field. You might spend years on this, meticulously designing studies, collecting and analyzing data, and writing up your findings. Teaching assistantships, which further develop research and pedagogical skills, are also very common. The PsyD, contrastingly,
for a PsyD program, while research competencies are certainly required, you still need to understand how to interpret and apply research. The curriculum leans heavily towards clinical training. The focus is on assessment, diagnosis, intervention strategies, and developing advanced therapeutic skills. The doctoral project or dissertation for a PsyD is typically smaller in scope regarding original empirical research. Instead, it often focuses on applying existing knowledge to real-world clinical problems, perhaps developing a new program based on current research, or evaluating a specific therapeutic approach. PsyD programs also often incorporate extensive early practicum and internship experiences, getting you into clinical settings sooner. This difference in emphasis often translates to program length. PhD programs generally take longer, typically 5 to 8 years, largely due to the extensive research requirements and the time needed to complete that significant dissertation. PsyD programs tend to be a bit shorter, usually completed within 5 to 7 years, including that crucial year-long internship. Now, let's address a really significant factor for many prospective students: funding and admission competitiveness. This is where the paths can diverge quite sharply. PhD programs are often highly selective and typically offer more substantial funding opportunities. This can include tuition waivers, stipends, and health insurance, often in exchange for research or teaching assistantships. Because these programs are training researchers, universities often invest more in their students, making them incredibly competitive to get into. You might be applying to programs that accept only a handful of students each year. PsyD programs, while also competitive, may admit more students. However, they frequently rely more on student tuition to cover program costs. This can mean higher student debt upon graduation, which is a significant concern that prospective students absolutely need to weigh. It's not uncommon for PsyD students to take out substantial loans to finance their education. So where do these different paths lead? Let's talk about career outcomes. PhD graduates are incredibly versatile. With their strong research background, they are exceptionally well suited for careers in universities, where they can teach, conduct research, and supervise doctoral students. They also thrive in research institutions, government agencies, hospitals with research divisions, and of course, clinical practice. Many PhDs enjoy a balance of practicing therapy while also contributing to research or teaching. PsyD graduates are highly prepared for roles directly focused on clinical practice. They are the frontline practitioners in private practice, mental health therapy centers, hospitals, and various healthcare systems. While their primary orientation is direct patient care, it's important to note that many PsyD graduates also pursue teaching roles, often in professional psychology programs, leveraging their extensive clinical experience. Now, let's touch upon some of the ongoing discussions and controversies surrounding these degrees. One common point of debate revolves around perceived prestige and academic rigor. Historically, some academic circles might have viewed PhD programs as more prestigious due to their emphasis on scientific inquiry and original contributions to knowledge. However, this perception is continuously evolving and debated. It overlooks the extensive and equally demanding clinical training and rigorous licensure requirements for PsyD graduates. Both degrees require immense dedication, intellectual capacity, and a deep commitment to the field. The rigor simply manifests in different ways. The dissertation.
Another point of discussion is the nature and utility of the dissertation. As we mentioned, PhD dissertations are typically larger, original research contributions intended to advance disciplinary knowledge. PsyD projects, while rigorous, often focus on applying existing knowledge to clinical problems. Some argue the PsyD project is more directly relevant to immediate clinical practice, while the PhD dissertation contributes more to the theoretical foundation of the field. Both are vital, just serving different purposes. Finally, there's the question of market demand and job opportunities. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects job growth for psychologists, indicating a continued and growing demand for mental health care professionals. While both degrees are valuable, individuals often question which degree is better positioned for specific segments of the job market, particularly concerning academic research positions versus direct service roles in various healthcare settings. The truth is, both are needed, and the specific opportunities often depend on the specific institution or practice. Despite these differences, it's crucial to remember that both PhD and PsyD graduates share essential common ground on the path to becoming a licensed psychologist. Regardless of which degree you pursue, you must complete extensive supervised clinical experiences, including a year-long full-time supervised internship. And you'll need to pass the Examination for Professional Practice in Psychology, or EPPP, to become a licensed clinical psychologist in most states. Crucially, accreditation by the American Psychological Association, or APA, for both your doctoral program and your internship is paramount for licensure. Without it, you'll face significant hurdles. So, how do you decide which path is right for you? It truly comes down to self-reflection and understanding your deepest professional passions. Ask yourself, do you envision spending a significant portion of your career conducting research, publishing studies, and teaching at a university alongside seeing clients? If the idea of generating new knowledge excites you as much as, or even more than, direct clinical work, then a PhD might be your ideal fit. Or are you primarily driven by the desire to be in the therapy room, working directly with individuals, families, or groups, and applying the best available evidence to help them? If your passion is almost exclusively focused on direct clinical service, and you want to be a master practitioner informed by science, then a PsyD could be the perfect match. Consider the financial implications as well. If securing funding is a major priority for you, be prepared for the highly competitive nature of PhD admissions. If you're willing to invest more in your education financially for a more clinically focused path, then the PsyD might offer a more direct route to clinical practice. The future outlook for psychologists, regardless of their specific degree, remains strong. The Bureau of Labor Statistics continues to project job growth, reflecting a crucial and ongoing demand for mental health care providers. Both PhD and PsyD degrees are incredibly valuable and necessary to address the growing public health needs in our society. Each degree trains highly competent, ethical professionals who contribute immensely to the well-being of individuals and communities. Ultimately, there is no single better degree, only the degree that is a better fit for you. Take your time, do your research, talk to current students and alumni from both types of programs, and honestly assess your long-term goals. Your journey into psychology is a meaningful one, and choosing the right foundational degree is the first powerful step towards a fulfilling career.